Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Andrewsfootball.com, and with the 25th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, I did have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting Greedy Williams, the corner out of LSU, and I really like this mock because the number one corner, which a lot of people feel is the number one corner, is falling this low in the draft. He would actually be the second corner off the board, but when I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, the one thing I keep thinking about is that they traded for Deshaun Jackson. Okay? And you have to understand that you get a big armed quarterback like Carson Wentz, then all of a sudden you add a deep threat. You have Zach Ertz, who had 10,000 receptions last year. I'm being slightly facetious. You have Alshon Jeffrey, but you don't have any speed. So you add Deshaun Jackson, even I think he's 32 or 33. He's still got near world-class speed. You stretch the field, so it opens up opportunities in the middle of the field all over the place. Zach Ertz could actually have more catches this year than last year because you got to worry about going over the top. So I see a much more explosive offense this year out of the Eagles. But when I look at this team, I did consider Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle out of Mississippi State. I think this would be a perfect place for him to go. But the problem is that after they drafted Sidney Jones, who a lot of people thought was the number one corner. He tore his ACL. They drafted him in the second round, and he hasn't played like the player that they thought they were getting. Now, this year may be a year where he's fully recovered and becomes a solid number one corner. But because that hasn't happened, I think they're going to sour on taking Simmons. So now here's the thing, and you could still go with Greedy Williams. He's still available. But I think the Eagles are going to go in a different direction. With the 25th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, I have the Eagles selecting Marquise Hollywood Brown, wide receiver out of Oklahoma. Yes, I've already acknowledged Deshaun Watson's on the team, so why draft a player just like him? Well, number one, Deshaun Watson's not going to play, Deshaun Jackson is not going to play forever. Okay, he's in the twilight of his career, but this is a guy you can mentor. And this is a guy you can say, hey, look, this is what we want you to be. And I think that Deshaun Jackson can show him the nuances of the NFL to a guy who's very similar in size and speed than what he is. Another thing is that Doug Peterson was in Kansas City when Kansas City drafted DeAnthony Thomas in 2014. Then he went with Tyreek Hill in 2016. Both players are smaller players DeAnthony Thomas didn't have world-class speed. Tyreek Hill did. Both of them were probably some of the fastest receivers in the NFL. I'm not going to speculate how fast. I know DeAnthony Thomas was supposed to be a 4.3 guy, but he went to the combine, ran like a 4.48, and he was really disappointed. But both him and Tyreek Hill are two of the fastest guys in the NFL. And the Chiefs like the idea of having both of these guys available with this offense. Keep in mind, the Kansas City Chiefs also have a really good tight end in Travis Kelce. So I can see Doug Peterson doing the same thing and getting very creative in this offense. Think about this. All right, you draft Hollywood Brown. Who do you double cover? Do you go after Zach Ertz? Do you go after Alshon Jeffrey? Do you want to put two on Deshaun Jackson? Now you got Hollywood Brown. You basically need 15 defensive players to cover these guys. I see the offense just being very explosive. And the defense is still one of the better defenses in football. So you add to this offense and you look at a team that could literally score 30 points every single game. The thing is, the reason why I like this pick is that if you draft Hollywood Brown and you say, hey, you're my number one wide receiver, you're setting him up for failure. But if you have him as your third or fourth option, this is just an awesome move. I just see the Eagles doing this because you add Deshaun Jackson into this offense, you instantly make it more explosive. Why not make it even more explosive? I understand that you're getting away from the defensive side of the ball. I understand that, but getting rid of Nick Foles means that Carson Wentz has to be your guy. add him another deep threat with Deshaun Jackson. This could be a lot of fun to watch. So maybe this is me wanting this to happen more than I think it'll happen. But if the Eagles do draft Hollywood Brown, this will be a very, very fun team to watch. So listen, if you're a subscriber to Andrews Football, you already know you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. All your wildest dreams will come true. But if you're new to my channel, you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, maybe you're a Hollywood Brown fan, maybe an OU fan, a fan of NFL mock drafts, or just a fan of awesome hats, I got a great idea for you. There's this button right down here. Check it out. Look. Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Stay tuned. I still have some more draft talk. I keep coming. Stay tuned. I still got some more awesome content.